Namaskar. Welcome to this edition of News Bulletin. In the headlines today, observance of Vigilance Awareness Week 2019 at SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant concludes. Riveting classical, folk dance and scintillating musical performances enthrall audience in 22nd Vedvya Sangeet Nritya Utsav. Chhath festival celebrated in Rourkela with religious fervor. Now, the news in detail. The observance of Vigilance Awareness Week 2019 at SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant concluded on 2nd November 2019. Mr. Rajveer Singh, ED, P&A, was a chief guest at the concluding ceremony, while Mr. D.K. Mahapatra, ED, MM, and Mr. A.C. Rathi, GM Vigilance, and ACVO were the guests of honor. Many chief general managers and other senior officers of RSP, students, teachers, parents, and award winners were present on the occasion. Addressing the gathering, Mr. Singh highlighted the importance of confidence and courage required for making integrity a way of life. He emphasized upon the need of establishing transparency in all fields and at all levels. Mr. Singh commended the efforts of Vigilance Department of RSP in organizing awareness program amongst all its stakeholders. He expressed hope that the debate and the paintings held amongst the students will definitely leave an imprint in the young minds, which would go a long way in creating corruption-free nation. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Mahapatra said that corruption happens in the absence of belongingness. He exhorted the parents to inculcate strong moral values in children and urged all to stand up against unrighteousness to keep up the age-old Indian culture of belongingness, which produced great men and heroes like Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, fostering the spirit of universal brotherhood. Earlier, an Odia short play based on this year's theme, Integrity a Way of Life, was staged by the employees and their family members, which captivated the audience. 4 students who had bagged the first prize in the elocution competitions held earlier also spoke on the topic Eradicate Corruption, Build a New India in Odia, Hindi and English. Earlier, Mr. Rathi welcomed the gathering and gave a brief introduction about the various activities organized by Vigilance Department during the Vigilance Awareness Week 2019. Later, Mr. Rajveer Singh, Mr. D.K. Mahapatra, and Mr. A.C. Rathi gave away prizes to the winners of various competitions held during the Vigilance Awareness Week amongst employees and school children. Mr. J.P. Shukla, AGM Vigilance, proposed a formal vote of thanks, while Ms. Ankita Bilung, Deputy Manager, CP2, anchored the function. Riveting classical, folk dance and scintillating musical performances enthralled the audience in the second and third evenings of Vedvya Sangeet Nritya Utsav 2019. The mega cultural event being organized by Rourkela Kendra at the huge Bhanj Bhavan open air stage. The signature winter event of the region, organized every year, evoked enthusiastic response from the audience present in large numbers on both the evenings. The cultural program in the second evening commenced with a guitar concert presented by the artist of Rourkela Kendra under the direction of Guru, Dr. Anil Datta. In the classical dance segment, a riveting Bharatnatyam dance was performed by the artist of Nityanidhi Institute of Performing Arts, Bangalore, led by Guru, Dr. Vasant Kiran. Unscintillating Panthi dance, a popular folk dance of the Satnam community by Upkar Panthi and his troupe from Chhattisgarh, and a popular Jodi Sankha and Ranappa folk dance by the artist from Ganjam, Odisha, also enthralled the audience. In the third evening, eminent Odissi Sangeet exponent Guru Keshav Chandra Raut presented mellifluous Odissi vocal recitals. Thereafter, Guru Shireen Sen Gupta, internationally acclaimed Hindustani vocal exponent from Kolkata, enthralled the audience with her mesmerizing rendition. Mrs. Praniti Satpathy, Regional Manager, SBI, was the chief guest in the second evening, while Mr. Lingaraj Ota, IFS, RCCF, Government of Odisha, was the chief guest in the third evening. Both the evenings were inaugurated with the dignitaries paying obeisance to Lord Jagannath and lighting the ceremonial lamps amidst chanting of Vedic slokas. It is noteworthy that internationally acclaimed artists from different parts of India are presenting their performance in the fifth day-long extravaganza of classical dance and music. Mr. Radha Krishnan Mahapatra, Senior Manager, Instrumentation and General Secretary, Bhanja Kala Kendra, and Mr. Asim Behra, GM in charge, CES and Advisor, Bhanja Kala Kendra, coordinated the evenings. Mr. Shashank Patnaik, Junior Officer, PR Department, and Ms. Koina Dastidar anchored the programs. The popular festival Chhath was celebrated with traditional pomp and gaiety at various places in Rourkela on 2nd and 3rd November with religious fervor and festivity. According to the customs, on the 6th day of the Kartik Amavasya, the Chhath Parv is celebrated, in which people praise Sun God, wishing the well-being and prosperity of the family. The festival culminated on third morning with large number of devotees offering puja to the rising sun at the early hours. Mr. Rajveer Singh, EDPNA, RSP, was the chief guest both at the evening and the morning festive observance at Sector 16 Koil River Ghat. Mr. D.K. Mahapatra, EDMM, Mrs. Suman Lata and Mrs. Minaki Mahapatra, both Vice Presidents of Deepika Mahila Sangati, and Mr. B.K. Raut, GM, PHS and SW, were the guests of honor. The dignitaries paid their obeisance to the sun god during the celebrations. People in large numbers gathered at various spots like Jagda, Jolda C Block, Devgaon, Sector 16 Koil River Ghat 1 and 2, and Sector 20 Koil River near Pump House, Chirpani, and many other places to offer puja to the sun god. Devotees carried basket full of fruits, flowers, and earthen lamps, which signifies the purity of offering the sun god, the origin of all energy. The ghats of the water bodies were beautifully decorated with various facilities and were provided by different organizations to provide help and support to the devotees. Cultural programs were also organized at many places in the evening. The religious rituals ended with performing the puja at the earmarked puja ghats on 14th morning. That's all for the news today. Namaskar.